she made her best play in the game yesterday. She made her best play. So, if you guys didn't see what happened in the game, Caitlin Clark did this. Caitlin Clark swatted JJ Quinterly. She swatted JJ Quinterly. She then screamed in JJ Quinterly's face, got the ball, threw an inch-perfect pass Sophie Cunningham, who sprinted.
Just perfection. I mean, she was on one. This game alone, she had 10 points, 10 plus points, 10 plus assists, and 5 steals. Only the 5th player in WNBA history to do that multiple times, and Caitlin Clark has done it now in her 2nd season.
Steal, touchdown pass, steal, touchdown pass, folks. We may have not seen as many touchdown passes the entire season that we saw today against the Dallas Wings. The amount of full court passes from Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell, from Caitlin Clark to Sophie Cunningham, we might have hit more touchdown passes in today's game than every other game so far this season combined.
When two basketball phenoms collide in the professional arena, magic happens. On July 13th, 2025, Caitlin Clark didn't just defeat Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings. She demolished them while rewriting WNBA history in ways that only she has ever accomplished. The Indiana Fever's 102-83 victory became something far more significant than a regular season win. It transformed into a masterclass performance that shattered 4 separate league records and silenced every critic who questioned Clark's professional readiness. The anticipation surrounding this matchup had been building for years. Clark and Bueckers represented the pinnacle of women's college basketball. 2 generational talents whose rivalry captivated audiences nationwide. Their paths diverged dramatically after high school, with Clark choosing Iowa's Hungry program while Bueckers joined UConn's championship dynasty. Throughout their college careers, Clark held the advantage, winning 2 of their 3 head-to-head matchups and delivering crushing NCAA tournament performances that sent Bueckers home early. But professional basketball presents different challenges. Critics questioned whether Clark's explosive style would translate to the WNBA's increased physicality and pace. Coach Gino Orima had been particularly vocal about his doubts, suggesting that Bueckers' fundamental approach would prove more effective at the professional level. The stage was perfectly set for their first professional showdown, with Clark carrying a psychological edge, but facing legitimate questions about her adaptability.
Everybody ate in this game. Let's just jump right into it. Caitlin Clark is now has the 5th most double-doubles with points and assists in WNBA history. All right, now to put that into some context, she's played 1 year plus into this season, and she's missed 10 games. Think about that for a moment.
The timing couldn't have been more crucial for Clark's reputation. The Indiana Fever had been struggling mightily before this game, suffering embarrassing losses to teams they should have dominated. The LA Sparks and Golden State Valkyries had handed them defeats that left fans questioning the team's direction. Clark herself was battling through a shooting slump, though she remained characteristically confident, comparing her situation to Stephen Curry's occasional cold streaks. Behind the scenes, tensions were brewing between Clark and coach Stephanie White. Their philosophical differences about basketball style had created visible friction during games. Clark thrived on fast-paced transition basketball, wanting to push tempo and create scoring opportunities through speed. White preferred a more controlled, half-court approach that emphasized patience and execution. This clash reached a boiling point during a heated sideline exchange against Atlanta, where cameras caught their intense disagreement. The internal struggles were compounded by roster inconsistencies. Clark was returning from injury while trying to rediscover her rhythm. Key players like Dyrus Dantas were coming and going due to national team commitments. The team's chemistry suffered as players struggled to establish consistent roles and rotations. The fast break magic that made Clark special seemed completely absent from their offensive system.
Right here, how about this? Caitlin Clark has reached 200 points and 100 assists this season. the fastest to do so in a single season in WNBA history. She missed 10 games.
Everything changed against Dallas when White made a pivotal decision. For the first time all season, she unleashed Clark's preferred style completely. This wasn't a minor adjustment, but a fundamental philosophical shift that trusted Clark to control tempo and pace. The early stages looked promising but not spectacular, with both teams feeling each other out during a competitive first quarter. Then came the explosive second quarter that changed everything. Clark began pushing pace like never before, finding teammates with those signature full-court passes that fans called touchdown throws. The Fever scored an incredible 36 points in that quarter alone, outscoring Dallas by 21 points in just 10 minutes. This wasn't simply good basketball execution. It was basketball artistry at its finest, with every possession flowing seamlessly into the next. Clark's teammates responded magnificently to her leadership. Kelsey Mitchell caught fire completely, scoring 20 points on 8 of 12 shooting while extending her double-digit scoring streak to 21 games. Mitchell was hitting shots from everywhere, feeding directly off Clark's energy and infectious pace. Natasha Howard dominated inside, finishing with 18 points on an efficient 8 of 9 shooting performance. She ran the floor like a gazelle, attacking the rim with relentless aggression.
The most points in a half in franchise history for the Indiana Fever. It was 64-42 at half. 64. I'm surprised Stephanie White didn't have a heart attack. I'm surprised she didn't bench all the starters coming out of the half.
Aaliyah Boston controlled the paint with her size and strength, finishing every opportunity that Clark created for her. The chemistry between Clark and Boston was absolutely perfect, with Clark drawing defenders through her speed before finding Boston for easy baskets. Sophie Cunningham provided the ideal spark off the bench, adding 13 points including a driving layup that pushed her over 1,500 career points. The statistical achievements were staggering. The Fever scored a franchise record 64 points in the first half, breaking the previous mark of 63 set in 2016 against New York. Those 64 points also represented the highest scoring half by any WNBA team during the entire 2025 season. The team's 30 assists tied a franchise record, with Clark contributing 13 of them personally. But Clark's individual performance transcended team records. She wasn't just scoring efficiently with 14 points. She was elevating everyone around her with those 13 assists. Most remarkably, her defensive impact was equally impressive. Clark recorded 5 steals while completely disrupting Dallas's offensive rhythm. She was reading passing lanes like a mind reader, anticipating the Wings' next move before they even made it. The defensive plays were spectacular in their own right. Clark recorded a crucial block that immediately led to a fast break assist to Cunningham, showcasing her complete court awareness and ability to create scoring opportunities through defensive excellence. Every possession felt dangerous when Clark was defending, as she combined anticipation with active hands to create turnovers. Here's where history was made. Clark's final stat line of 14 points, 13 assists, and 5 steals represented something unprecedented. She became the only player in WNBA history to achieve this specific statistical combination twice in her career. No other player has ever posted these exact numbers in multiple games, making Clark's achievement truly historic.
Posted a picture on her Instagram. So Cunningham posted a picture of her, getting up there in the air and catching the pass. And Caitlin responded with, that's that football experience. Touchdown. Touchdown. Like, she well and truly is the quarterback. She is the quarterback of the WNBA. And I don't think anyone should be denying that. Like, her ability to just pass the ball is something that no one else has.
The second quarter's 36-point explosion tied for the third highest single quarter output in Fever franchise history. The team shot an incredible 76.2% from the field during this period, going on a devastating 33-9 run that lasted nearly 8 minutes. Dallas had no answers for this pace and energy, looking tired and confused as they couldn't match Indiana's transition game. This performance proved that Clark's vision for fast-paced basketball could dominate at the professional level. White had finally unleashed the monster, and the results were historically significant. The final score of 102-83 told the complete story of Clark's statement performance, answering every critic and silencing every doubter who questioned her WNBA readiness. The game represented more than individual achievement. It showcased the Fever's true potential when Clark is allowed to play her natural style. The franchise records fell, while individual achievements piled up impressively. Most importantly, the team chemistry finally clicked when White trusted Clark's basketball vision completely.
Seriously. And Caitlin Clark in the first half, 10 points, 7 assists, 3 steals, and a blocked shot, and a partridge in a pear tree. Good.
Clark's historic night against Bueckers and Dallas proved she wasn't just adapting to professional basketball. She was rewriting what was possible at the highest level. The rivalry with Bueckers had entered a new chapter, and Clark authored the opening pages in absolutely dominant fashion. This performance established her among the league's elite players, while creating a blueprint for future success. With challenging road games against Connecticut and New York approaching, the Fever's trajectory had been completely transformed. Clark's record-breaking performance provided the foundation for sustained excellence, proving that when she's unleashed to play her style, the results can be historically magnificent. The prophecy was complete, and Clark had claimed her place among the WNBA's elite.